Arlington, Texas, Kellen Mond played catch. This is pre-game, about an hour before Texas A&M would face off with Arkansas. Many QBs dance, many snap off throws. Mond did neither. He stood 5 yards out of the end zone and softened a ball to redshirt freshman Kendrick Rogers. But the ball didn't go right back to Mond. Instead, Rogers would throw to freshman wide receiver Jamin Osborne a few feet away, who would then toss the ball to freshman running back Jacob Kibode. Eventually, Kibode would underhand the ball to Mond and start the cycle again. It was calm, a quartet of freshmen hanging out before a game. 5 hours later, in that same end zone, that group proved less composed. Osborne hugged Mond, as did every Aggie in sight, during A&M's spirited celebration after a 50-43 win over Arkansas. Welcome to the 2017 Aggies, a team distinguished by its youth. It's our first SEC game and a lot of guys' first SEC game, Texas A&M head coach Kevin Sumlin said post-game. It helps the feeling in our locker room. To be exact, it was the first SEC game for 23 freshman Aggies. That means of the 57 players who suited up against Arkansas, 40% of them were freshmen. There's young, and then there's young. Right now, the Aggies are the latter. Photo Tim Heitman, USA Today Sports. This is an interesting all-around year for Texas A&M. The Aggies are 31, but almost all the talk around the program surrounds the future of head coach Kevin Sumlin. One win against Arkansas did little to ease speculation, and his fate will be a subject of intrigue until the season comes to an end. That leaves this 2017 group in a bit of flux. Texas A&M is inexperienced, and this team is more a glimpse of the future than the present. To call 2017 a year in limbo would be fair, but it's also an important one for the Aggies moving forward. Thus far, at least when it comes to future projection, the results are encouraging. Mond, a 4-star prospect in the 2017 class, is 30 as a starter. He's a dynamic runner as he showed against Arkansas, 109 yards, and shows a maturity few freshmen can match. Junior All-American wide receiver Christian Kirk said of Mond, "There's no moment that is too big for him." Mond leading 4 straight scoring drives to end the game supports Kirk's assertion. There are things Mond must improve. He's completing just 51% of his passes, many of which come against single coverage. Opponents are daring Mond to beat them deep, and he missed opportunity after opportunity against the Hogs. His footwork in the pocket is also far from natural. All of that said, Mond, at QB the Aggies all but chose over Jarrett Stidham, is getting better every week. He was able to do some things that he probably wasn't comfortable with. Sumlin said, "Mond is the centerpiece of this roster turnover, but you can find freshman contributors across the twelve deep." Osborne tied for the team lead with 5 catches against Arkansas, and he's one of 7 Aggie freshmen with at least 1 catch this year. Kibode didn't play against Arkansas, but has already earned a 100-yard game this season. Ryan McCollum is a starter at left guard. At one point last week, the Aggies employed an freshman all-in. Defensively, 3 of the team's top 9 tacklers are freshmen, and they start 2 freshmen on that side of the ball. This isn't a team paced by its freshmen. The majority of the class contributions come on special teams, but they play a large role. Add in the work of sophomores like Travion Williams, the team's leading rusher, and Tyrell Dodson, the team's leader in sacks and interceptions, and one could squint and see a bright future for Texas A&M. Talent isn't lacking. The team's last 4 recruiting classes have finished at an average of 12th in the 247 Sports Composite Team recruiting rankings. Rumors may swirl around Sumlin, but they haven't stopped his ability to recruit. A&M's 2018 class currently ranks 12th nationally and 3rd in the SEC. There's no real telling where this team will end up by season's end. The Aggies are young, and the schedule doesn't get any easier in the SEC West. Guarantees can't even be made about who is coaching this team by the end of the calendar year. But the end zone, both pre- and post-game, served as a glimpse to what could be. Texas A&M is not winning a championship this year. That window passed a year ago. Yet these young players, if things break right moving forward, represent the backbone of a group that eventually could. That, even if the program is stuck in a purgatory of sorts, is something fans can hold on to.